Hello and welcome. I'm some guy you've never heard of, and this is Some Guy Listens to It All, Chapter 5, Purple Kiss. This is, of course, a special edition of Some Guy Listens to It All. I'll be paying tribute to my all-time favorite K-pop group. So instead of counting down the top 5 videos like usual, we will be counting down my top 10 videos of theirs. And I'll probably be going into more detail about their discography than I normally do. Because as I said, they're my all-time favorites. For a few weeks there, after the disbandment announcement, I seriously felt like I was never going to feel happy ever again. Which I know is a little ridiculous, but I'm sure plenty of other K-pop stans can empathize. So this is my 10th favorite of their videos on my bike. Their last good title track, in my opinion. So Purple Kiss came into our lives in 2020, although officially in 2021. I really hate it when companies do that. If you make a full-on music video, that's the debut. I really can't stand that pre-debut stuff. That said, both of their pre-debuts were fantastic. They are so gorgeous. Oh, there's my bias, Dosi. So in 2021, in March, they dropped their official debut, Ponzonia, on the album Into Violet. It is the one single most I was going to say it's the album that I have the most copies of, but I think that's not actually true. No, I think I have one more of Geeky Land, because Geeky Land had the member-specific ones. And here we are with my 9th favorite. This is their self-video of Autopilot. God, those outfits are adorable. So, intro Crown is a good lead-in to Ponzonia, one of my all-time favorite debuts, and still my favorite Purple Kiss title track. Can We Talk Again was their second pre-debut release, and though not usually the type of song that I go for, it's almost nostalgic to me now. Skip Skip is my favorite on that album. If I was going to include just dance practices, that would be in here, but I'm not going that far. Yeah, the way that Dosi dances to that one is perfection, and one of the reasons she's my ultimate bias. Hello is a good song, but it's really not for me. It's a little too sad, especially now. My Heart Skip a Beat was their first pre-debut back in 2020, and that's when I fell in love with them. The dance with the chain is really fun, and I'll probably mention it when we get to that video. Oh my god, Dosi, you're so perfect. There's Chaeyoung. Once you Chaeyoung, you won't Chae out. And my ultimate record, Dawn. She is always really good at the fan interactions. And my absolute favorite Japanese K-pop idol, Yuki. And honestly, one of the most talented vocalists in the industry, Swan. Ire, also a fantastic dancer. Honestly, I go back and forth over and over again on whether my second wrecker is Yuki or Ire. It just really depends on my mood. Right now I'm leaning more towards Yuki, but ask me again tomorrow and it could very well be Ire. So, they had a single in May of 2021, which was the Lulupop project, which had the song Find You, and that really was not for me at all. Then in September of 2021, they had their second EP, Hide and Seek, with the title track Zombie, which is a bop. Maybe my second favorite? No, not quite my second favorite. Oh, speaking of Zombie, oh, that two-tone terror was good. Oh, I miss Jian. Yeah, that look, these looks in here really suited Chaeyeon. I feel like this was her era. So 2 AM is not usually the type of song I go for, but it's got a sentimental meaning for me. Past Pearls Before Swine is another favorite of mine. It's the second best song on the album, in my opinion. Right after Twinkle. One of the best B-sides ever. Probably my favorite Perky track, period. So Why was pretty good, but I don't know, it kind of just gets lost with all the other amazing tracks on here. And like I just mentioned about Twinkle, is decent. Seriously, Hide and Seek is an absolute no-skip EP. Then in December of 2021, it was a busy year. They had their basically holiday single, My My, which was definitely not for me. I was also devastated when Jian left the group. Especially, like, since I made a lot of, spazzer friends back then, in the dark days of the pandemic, when Purple Kiss came out. And my favorite that I felt like I bonded with the most, she was Jian biased. And so she just kind of lost interest and fell off when Jian left the group. And so, yeah, we kind of stopped talking, and that was sad, but I mean, we're still mutuals on things, so she seems to be living her best life, so that's good. Alright. Seriously, you could take a member, pretty much any member of Purple Kiss, plug them into almost any other K-pop group, and they'd be my bias. Oh my god, Chaeyeon is so adorable right there. Right then, in March of 2022, they released Mem M, which I didn't care for that much when it came out, just because it's got that kind of disjointed feel that a lot of groups were going for. Nerdy though here is really good. So Intro Illusion was a good intro. Mem, it's a good track, but in keeping with tradition, the title track is not the best track on this album. Oh My Gosh was way too low energy for my taste. Pretty Psycho is the best on the album. Joa, definitely not for me. Hate Me, Hurt Me, Love Me is okay, but I could never intentionally hurt nor hate my first piece. Cursor is what I need from a low energy song for me to enjoy it. It's somewhat haunting. Then we move on to Kiki Land, which of course has Nerdy. So the intro, Bye Bye Bully, is pretty lit. Nerdy is probably the third best title track. Fireflower was okay but forgettable. Can't Stop Dreaming is pretty much the same, but it seems to be a bit of a fan, or at least I think group favorite. Love Is Dead is the best on this EP, and it's also one of their best in general. Summer Rain, Summer Rain somehow feels nostalgic, and listening to it made me sad. Then we move on to 23. In February, they had the EP Cabin Fever. So, the intro Save Me is good. Sweet Juice is the first title track to be the best on the album, in my opinion. Take is alright, just not quite for me. Autopilot is a bop, but it's kind of sad. It's the second best on this one. Agate is pretty nice, but just the vibe feels off to me somehow. So Far So Good was definitely not for me at all. Then in March of 23, they had Dear Violet, which was basically Japanese versions of their 5 title tracks so far. Nerdy was especially good, and Mem M was better in Japanese in my opinion. Tonari, which was the only original track, was not for me. It kind of reminded me of like an anime end track, but not like one of the ones that I go and like add to playlists on Spotify. Then in September of 2023, they had a single, Festa, which I can only reiterate how little like a Purple Kiss song 7th Heaven sounds. I mean, it's a good song, but it just feels off. Like, I've expressed this before, I don't know if I've done it on the channel, but it felt like it should have been for a group more like Twice or Weki Meki. Oh, and here's Heart Skip a Beat. And I got distracted. Biscuit was alright, but not really for me. And Mistake was just like a little better than Biscuit, in my opinion. And they came back with an EP again in 2024 with BXX. The intro Crush was like pretty meh. Especially for Purple Kiss, because they've had like really good intros before. BBB was alright. I'm sorry, BBB was alright. It's not their worst title track, and it's far from their best though. Bittersweet is probably the best song on that album. Toy Boy was pretty good, but it's not for me. Heart Attack really wasn't for me either. Honestly, the vocals on that one almost sound whiny. Voyager is very much not for me. So then in July of 2024, we have a second Japanese EP, which covers the rest of their title tracks so far. And so far, so good. I really liked the way Pretty Psycho sounded in Japanese, though. Then in October of 2024, they had Headway. Intro Concrete Jungle was pretty cool, and that and going into On My Bike felt like they were getting back on track, back to at least the kind of music that I enjoy from them. On My Bike was their best comeback since Sweet Juice. Did I skipped over No, I didn't. Okay. Purple Kiss. Gotta love an Ire dance break. Honestly, I don't think there's a K-pop artist out there that pulls off Blonde better than Ire does. I've never disliked her in a Blonde style. So then back to Headway. Sweet Nightmare was alright. Encore is really good. Somehow I managed to overlook it. But yeah, that's not going to be the case going forward. Light the Way was definitely not for me. But in July of 2025, this had been one of their biggest gaps between comebacks. They released I Miss Smile. It was a single with their last real comeback, Doremi. I mean, it's a good song, but it just doesn't feel like them. Like less than Seventh Heaven did, which is frustrating because I think it's actually a better song than Seventh Heaven, even though I enjoy it less. Lost and Found is the best track on this single, and then VVV is just okay. So then they announced their disbandment a few months ahead of time, along with their last tour and their upcoming English album, which is just cool. Oh god, Sweet Juice was good. This had some of the best outfits, but I've always been a fan of plaid. And those stockings that Chain has right there, fantastic. So, yes, in August 2025, they had Our Now, their last album. It's an English album released after the disbandment announcement. Most of these tracks should have been released 2 years before, and I'll get to that. But yeah, I pretty much feel the same way about their English versions as I do about the regular or the Japanese versions. Want You Back is okay, but it's a fucking cool song to put on your last album. I mean, they're the ones leaving. What do you mean you want us back? Unhappily Ever After is a bop. The best one on that album in my opinion. And it's also how I've felt ever since the disbandment announcement. And then they released the single A Violet to Remember at the in November, and yeah, that wasn't for me either. So, more about my love for Purple Kiss. When they first came out, I kind of felt like they kind of felt to me like a fusion of my two favorite groups at the time, which were Dreamcatcher and Mamamoo. And yeah. So I have bought more Purple Kiss albums than any other group. I have seen Purple Kiss live not more than any other group. I have been to more Purple Kiss shows than any other group. Of any type of genre, I've seen them 5 times live. I've also seen ITZY 5 times, but 2 of those times were KCON appearances. Only 3 of them were specifically ITZY concerts. So yeah, I really don't understand the decision to disband. They were selling out shows. I mean, they were going hard. They were picking up fans based off of going to shows. And here's Cast Pearls Before Swine. I always found Ire to be particularly eye-catching in this one. So after Seventh Heaven, they had their first tour, their Festa tour. They hit so many stops across North America, mostly the US. I think they had 1 Canada stop there. And they were picking up fans based solely on the fact that K-pop never comes to this city. So people were going to see them just because that's the only K-pop they could get, and they were winning fans that way. That was the first time I'd ever gotten a fan sign experience. Unfortunately, Yuki was missing from like the second half of that tour due to L's Up Promotions, which was effing bullshit. They really need to absolutely stop doing survival shows and putting together groups with members of existing promoting groups. It really bugs me that I've seen the other 5 members one more time than I've seen her. It also made it awkward for like, what do you bring to the fan sign at that point if I'm not going to get the full group? So yeah, I got the V VIP ticket for that. It was a great experience, but it was kind of weird because I don't know who was involved in the decision-making process, not progress. But they did all of their title tracks up to that point in English, which was really weird considering they'd never released any of those in English. So it was kind of surreal. Myself and many other fans were singing along more with the B-sides than the title tracks, which is not something I've ever experienced at a K-pop concert, because we knew the Korean versions of songs, but these English ones that we'd never heard before, I mean, how are we going to sing along to that? Which is why I was saying that English album should have been released like 2 years prior. So it was kind of insane. At that point, they did a tour after every single comeback. They toured in North America 4 times inside of 2 years. The first time I saw them was in November of 23. Yes, November of 23. They came back again after BBB, And they made the interesting choice to specifically hit cities they hadn't been to before. They hit a lot of dates in Canada. They hit God, I love them so much. They specifically went to cities they hadn't been to before, which as an LA person was kind of annoying, but I mean, I get it. Let's give other people an opportunity. But the thing is, when they announced the tour, I was already going to be out of town on the day when their closest show to me was going to be, which was in Oceanside. However, the day after I was flying back, they were going to be in Las Vegas. So I come back from a super long international flight, drive from LAX down to the OC to pick up my daughter, and then we drive out to Vegas for the show the next day. And that was a really fun experience. That is the first time I've ever gone to a K-pop show in a different state than my home state of Cali. Yeah, that was definitely an experience. Then their third tour, at the beginning of 25, after On My Bike was released, I went to two of their shows. My daughter and I saw their LA show. They also went to San Diego the next night. So I drove down to San Diego and saw them 2 days in a row. That was fun. So, and then they had their last tour. Nothing was quite close enough that I could fit in seeing them twice again on that one. But it was sad because it was like we knew going in that this was going to be the last time we were going to see them. So it was very bittersweet. So if you ever take a good look at my channel logo, you'll notice that that's the purple, it's the name of the channel over their Purple Kiss logo. Well, that's actually a picture of my one and only currently K-pop tattoo. I got that about 2 months before the first time I saw them live, since I knew I was going to have a fan interaction with them, and I wanted to show off my devotion. So I had enough time to get that and let it heal, and yeah. And this is my second favorite of their videos. Probably their overall, like, sexiest video. Oh, the dance for this is hot. And so my PC is named after my bias Dosi. My PC's full name is Overdosey. Basically, when I built it, it was much more powerful than I was ever going to need at that point. And then also, I've got this thing where I name my electronics. Most of them have been named after K-pop idols that I fancy. Like, my laptop before this, her name was Jisoo. My last phone is named Wendy, after Wendy of Red Velvet. My current phone is named after Yuki. My Switch was named after Chaeryeong of ITZY, and so on and so forth. Oh, Dosi is hot. I mean, they all are. Oh, this song is kind of sad now after the disbandment. So yeah, in less than 2 years, I saw them 5 times. Because I love them. I spent way too much money. I've spent way too much money on them just in general. Going to shows, buying merch, buying their albums. But they've been worth it. They've been a big part of my life for the last few years. And I would not trade that for anything. But yeah, so my PC is named Overdosey, partially inspired by their relay dance cover of EXO's Overdose. The Overdosey. And here is going to be my favorite of their videos. My favorite song that has a performance video or music video. Overall, these are cute outfits, but some interesting choices were made. Honestly, I think that maroonish color on Chaeyeon is one of the worst outfits she's ever been given. But, yeah. Dosey's shimmery blue is nice. I'm a freaky puggy, puggy freaky. I'm pretty psycho. And sorry, I'm just about out of things to say right now, but also, I guess, like, doing this video has been at least, like, kind of like a piece of closure, and sorry, it's taking all I've got right now to just not be sobbing into the mic. So, seeing as no suggestions have come in yet, look forward to Chapter 6. I'll be covering EXO. If there's any groups you'd like to see me, whose discography you'd like to make me listen to, feel free to comment, and they will be put in the queue. First come, first serve on a boy-girl basis, except for every 5th and 10th episode. Every chapter ending in 5 will be a tribute to one of my favorites. So chapter 15 will either be Dreamcatcher or Orange Caramel. I don't know. If one of them gets recommended, then they'll probably go first. And then every 10th chapter is going to be a non-K-pop artist. Just to liven things up a bit. Because K-pop is not the soul of my musical taste. It's like that 90s grunge and alternative, and like 2000s emo. Honestly, it's also like the hairstyle for Chaeyeon there.